Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
I don't know why as a woman, I've been getting ready since 4 o'clock. It's now 9 o'clock and I'm still gonna be late and I'm drying my shirt that I'm gonna wear. I've had all day. It's just girly things, I guess.
No, it's pretty much just a you thing. I've known women who were on time and always been on time, never were late to anything, and that only shows how much respect you have for someone else's time.
I recently met this guy, and this is kind of a whole new thing that I'm navigating, like in general, because I've been a full time influencer for the past 2 years almost now. And for that whole time, obviously, I was in a relationship, and now I have to explain to men that I meet that I'm an influencer. So they're like, "What do you do for work?" And I'm like, "Oh, I work in marketing." And sometimes that's enough, but sometimes they're like, "What kind of marketing?" And I say, "Social media." And then if they're like, "What company?" I say, "My own company." And then they say, "So you're an influencer." And I say, "You said it. I never said the word. My hands are clean." Anyway, this guy that I met, I did tell him what I did, and then he was like, "What kind of videos do you make?" And I was like, kind of just like comedy, lifestyle, like it's kind of just my life. And then he goes and watches my videos, of course, as one does a full scroll, and he reports back to me and he goes, "I watch all your videos, like they're great, whatever, but they're not comedy. Like you talk about your acne." He's so right. He's so real for that. I literally don't make funny videos anymore.
Did you ever? And also, you're only talking about your acne. How are you an influencer? Oh, right, I forgot. Everyone who's posting videos is an influencer. What is it you're influencing people on, though? I hope it's not on how to get acne.
Here's how I got over my 6.5 year relationship with a guy that I thought was genuinely the one. Rewind to 2021, I was mourning the loss of a very long-term relationship and I felt like I was never gonna get better. So I masked it by getting into a new relationship, and then when that ended, I had to deal with the hurt again. So that's rule number one. Don't get into a relationship immediately after a long-term relationship because it's recipe for a disaster. One day something just clicked and I have not cried over the boy since. It was genuinely realizing that he didn't want me anymore. He didn't want me in the capacity that I wanted him. And if somebody is not 1,000,000% into you and wants you, they're not your person. I want somebody to be obsessed with me and be so excited to be with me. And he wasn't that person, and that's totally okay. You have to let go of the person that you think they are and how they're showing up in your life, because if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they're not the one. After realizing that, I've not been upset since. I'm fully moved on in my life, happily single. I don't feel like I have to rush into anything. I'm taking my time, and now I know what I want in a man, and that is so important. And I just want to say, if you're going through a rough time in a breakup and you feel like you're never going to get over it, it took me like 1.5 years to get over, and I'm finally healed and I'm happier than ever, and you're gonna get there too, I promise you. Bye guys.
This is how I got over my 6.5 year relationship. Did anyone learn how after watching her video? He didn't wanted me anymore. That's probably not how. Understanding he doesn't want you anymore might help with the breakup. It doesn't help with making the breakup easier. And this is the part where I got confused. It took you 1.5 years to get over the breakup, or 1.5 years to realize that he doesn't want you anymore?
Living apart together. If you haven't tried it, you should. My name is Joanna. I'm a single mom of 3. I love living apart together. I've been doing it for 4 years with my partner, going on 5 soon. And I'm packing my bag to go over there. I just finished my workout. Transition day, kids go back to their dad's house. 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to raise my kids by myself when I got divorced. And so I went to work on creating financial self-sufficiency with my program called Money Before Men. And it's a Monday. We transition. I don't want to cook. He's going to cook for me. So I'm packing my bag. One thing to keep in mind when you're wondering if you want to do a living apart together relationship is how well you do with advocating for your own needs, because communication is critical in any relationship, but especially when you're not living together and you spent quite a bit of time apart, because he's not always here on my parenting time. Like, he probably sees my kids maybe 2 days out of my full 7 days of parenting. So we have a lot of distance and a lot of separation. So if you're not good at advocating for your needs and being proactive, it's definitely not a relationship setup for you.
Yeah, it's definitely not for me, and it's got nothing to do with being proactive or communicating your needs. I never realized that not moving in with someone it's called living apart together, but okay. Even still, I think 5 years into a relationship is kind of a long time to be living apart together, but that's just me. Even though to me it seems you're more valuing your freedom than that relationship you're in, but I respect people for living their lives the way they want to live their life. What do you guys think? Is this something that you would do?
Sometimes I look at myself and I think, wow, if you think I'm ugly, you must really hate your mum.
I didn't and I don't, but I still can't let those eyebrows go. Those two caterpillars are the ugliest thing I've seen in my entire life. One of the ugliest. I don't know when that started as a trend, but it's scary that it keeps going.
So I've just had some drinks with some girlfriends and I am about to go and meet my other girlfriend out for more drinks, but she's currently on a date and I don't know whether I should be crashing the date or just going home. But I'm not ready to go home, so I feel like I should go crash the date, but also I feel really bad, so I don't know. She did say to give her till at least 6:30 and it is currently 6:23. Can confirm I crashed her date.
Successfully crashed, yeah.
Crashed her date. He was cute.
Potential.
He's potential.
Standing by. Can't replace the girls. Can't replace them.
Love ya.
If you did, you would not be crashing her date. Girls keep girls single? Nah, what an absolute lie. Crashing your friend's date because you don't feel like going home that early? What an amazing friend.
My best friend just came over and she was telling me that there was this guy that she was dating for a little bit and they went out, had a great night, they went dancing, there was so much tension between them and he ended up having to stay over for whatever reason. I don't remember what the reason was. I think it was because he was in a different city or whatever. So he had to stay over and there was literally nowhere else for him to sleep. So they had to share her bed. I was like, oh my god, you literally just experienced the one bed trope from romance novels. I'm so excited.
And I'm sure she was even more excited. It still amazes me to this day what type of lies girls tell each other. She experienced the bed trope. No, she wanted to sleep with a guy. He didn't have any other place to stay. Seriously? Where you live there are no hotels? Not just that it's 2023, but even in the 1600s they had inns. And guess what? People used to go in those inns and rent a room. Shocker, I know. But hey, she was excited, you're excited, and I've been watching too many TikToks to get excited anymore.
If anyone cares, I now identify as bacon. 73% fat and salty as...
Almost a good enough reason for me to turn vegan. Almost. Maybe instead I'll just learn not to ever eat at that restaurant.
Here's some food for thought from a therapist. Just because your ex moved on right away to someone new doesn't mean that they're now giving this person all of the things that you wanted from them. It just means that they found someone with lower standards who is willing to put up with their bullshit.
Men should go to therapy, not until she goes in first. Nah, I'm just joking, because she's also joking when she says she's a therapist. She's a foodie therapist. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm guessing she's teaching food how not to be depressed. Other than that, it's just monkey sees, monkey do. Everything she said have been said 1,000 times before. Not by a foodie therapist though, so that counts as new, right? He found someone with lower standards. Maybe he found someone that's normal. Maybe he found someone with an IQ in a double digit. Maybe he found someone who doesn't think she deserves stuff for existing. Maybe he found someone who doesn't think she's entitled to a princess treatment, whatever that is. Or maybe he found someone who doesn't consider everything he does as bare minimum. Now, this is the part that's gonna shock everyone, because how can it not? The foodie princess, foodie therapist here, she is still single.
Never seen on a car before. Never. Right under here, you have a thumbs up little sign. If you flip the car, then that thumbs up sign turns to a thumbs down sign, and that's when you can really confirm that you've actually flipped the car, because otherwise, how would you know?
Did we flip? I'm not sure yet. We'll have to go outside the car, check under the car. The thumbs up is thumbs down, then we have flipped. Otherwise, no, we're just sitting upside down.
They're not wrong. How else would you know if you flip the car or not? The real question now is, what happens if the light's not on? How are you gonna know for sure? Anyway, this is gonna be the end of the video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.